All right. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be, in time and space. Where the F is McDonald's or Walmart or the nearest Costco? So all the talk right now, well, I wouldn't say all the talk, but a lot of folks are talking about these new VTOL planes that are coming out that will allow you to take off and land and hover around and move at really precise speeds. Whoops. Trying to increase the speed here. So for drone taxis and basically the VTOL Ubers, VTOL Dorendash, I don't understand how they're going to control airspace if we end up having a VTOL infrastructure. Right? Think about how they regulate things now further up in the sky and how much you have to know about moving around up there. Well, are we going to need micro air traffic controllers down here? Can anybody just operate one of these taxis and just, well, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go over here and, you know, what happens when like 25 or 50 of them are in the air or more? So what we really don't have right at the moment, and I was looking for a good VFR map. Okay, how do I find things? We don't have any maps that, well, we have the here, let me show you. We have a Google map interface. We don't have a Bing map interface. Let's just start there. Where I'm going with all of this is Bing Map Avionics. This is a Microsoft product. So let me get right to it. Google's great. Thank you that I'm going to show you what I'm going to show you here. But we need a Google Map interface. We need much more fidelity on our flight planning. And a lot of these vehicles that are going to be coming out, they don't have long battery life. So being able to, and they've got great precise controls, but we don't have great precise flight mapping controls to just say, I need to go to Walmart, I need to pick up some food at the nearest McDonald's, I need to go grab something at Costco, go deliver something. I need to go pick up somebody here, drop them off here. So we've got the addresses, okay, but within this map, I have no search tools. Like, where is the nearest Walmart? If you don't know the area, how, time is money. I've already just cost us $20 or more just trying to move the map and find something. I do recall there may have been a McDonald's, or we used to call this area Munchie Court. Now, over here. So I think there's services over here. There's McDonald's. Okay, but I have, and then the map does this to me. It recenters on me and kind of glitches out for a second, reloads itself. So again, if you don't know how to find something, we have no search feature. If we just could have Bing Maps as an avionics package in our cockpits, right? Maybe something for Garmin. But it would be neat to see Asobo pioneer this. They're trying to talk about how do we make this easier for people to learn in the future and to get kids inspired. Well, let's just start with dummies like me. Okay. Let's say, cool, that sounds really awesome. I'd like to operate an air taxi, Uber, DoorDash, whatever the future brings. I'm going to need all the capability of Bing Maps. Let's pull up Bing Maps and imagine this is
Leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Centennial Tower, Kilo India, November frequency change.
Okay.
Approach Kilo India, November is
all right.
5 miles northwest of
So
6,600 feet.
What we don't have is sorry, ATC. Okay.
November Denver approach. Squawk 0025.
All right.
Squawk 00.
I'm roughly here.
November.
India November radar contact 5 miles west of Centennial, 6,600 feet. Altimeter 29.902.
Nope, too far.
Roger, India, November.
Oh well, either way, we need all these capabilities. I need the nearest restaurant, groceries, things to do. I need all of this. Okay. I need everything that we have here. I need the directions, traffic. That would be great if this was an avionics package as well. I need, first of all, we don't even have a way to that I found yet to track myself with Bing Maps at all. How is that? How do we not have the one thing that we really kind of need moving forward? All right, so I don't even really know how to use this that much for directions. I don't really ever use it. But you have your directions here, like a flight planner. Okay. So, I don't know if you can pin yourself and say, start here. Directions 2. So in the demo for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, there was an option when flight planning to send it to Avionics. So it would be really neat to be able to plan with all of this, having all, you know, this kind of fidelity. Trying to see if I can find that McDonald's again. There it is right there. Okay. Yep, that's not what I wanted. All right, so to be able to plan in here, and then press a button and go to send to Avionics. Right, how am I going to find that? The elderly lady that wants me to pick her up. You can see the addresses, so that's nice. So that's kind of what I'm getting at, is that all these cool flight planning things that they're giving us, everything is still so macro. But we want everybody to adopt all this new stuff, this new VTOL technology. And it's absolutely wonderful. Very, 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 very simple. So I'm in hover now, and I can go in this vehicle as fast as 50 knots forward, or somewhere in there, and should be able to make the thing go backwards. Let's see. Might not be in the right screen for it. Yeah, I gave it away what it is. This is the only VTOL that I have. I didn't want to give it away. So you slide, this is the way the other vehicles that are coming soon to the marketplace are going to work as well for general aviation. So I'm just tilting the joystick to the left and we're just sliding this way. Sliding that way. Yeah. Now reduce the thrust and see if we can go backwards. Our airspeed down in the bottom corner. Oh, I don't know if you can see it with that damn overlay. Dang overlay. So we're going backwards and down. So recently in the Jorg did a showcase with some developers that are bringing out 3 new VTOL aircraft. The first one is just kind of like a recreational vehicle. Maybe you can deliver somebody's lunch with it. It's more like a land speeder from Star Wars. The second one, I think it's a 2 to 4 seater called the Joby. And it has wonderful precision, vertical takeoff and landing, and it can transition for forward flight. Then they have the larger one, which is kind of like the minivan version of the VTOL. It's a hybrid, so you can use it and take off like an aircraft if you want, or you can use the vertical takeoff and landing capabilities that it has. Now, all of them are going to have super precise controls to do what I'm doing here. It's going to have something, one of them will have autopilot, but it has a new type of control system where you point it and it goes where you're telling it to go. Or when you tell it, hey, I want to land over here. The best thing you should do is just go look for the developer interview on it and look at the stuff yourself, and you can see what I'm talking about. They'll demonstrate how everything in the cockpit works and show you how externally how it's all operating. So kind of like the Osprey technology. So we've come a long way. But when you want to go land somewhere, you point on your map where you want it to go land, and it calculates, and it keeps calculating between you and it to get you to that point. So then you can take it in, and it also has soft landing technology. So I think you, with all of your experience, you would be able to hop into it in 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 15. Haven't had your cup of coffee. You would be master of the sky. Okay, now Grandma, we put her in it, and we instruct her how to get us from here to there. And I'll bet you we could teach Grandma in 15 minutes. But you know as well as I do that your survivability depends on everything you know after that first 30 minutes, 15 minutes. So yeah, Grandma will be able to do it. Should anything go weird, you know, for somebody that has no flying experience, no, they're going to lose their mind. But it's almost so safe that, look, monitoring grandma, we can absolutely make sure that she's going to get from point A to point B and never mess up her hair, and she's going to do it like a pimp. And that's where we're going. Not just for grandma, for everybody. And it's going to be in the marketplace soon. And then all aircraft moving forward. I wouldn't say all, but I would say aircraft providers that are going to provide that kind of thing. They're going to dominate the future. I mean, who wouldn't want to? I love flying on everything. But, you know, I still want Jetsons. I still want the future. I still want to be able to fly like this and move like this. Why would you not want this? And again, most of them are, are going to be hybrids, or at least one of the variants that we're going to get right away is hybrid. So best of both worlds. The only thing I'm going to say is if we don't have precision avionics to get me, grandma, you, anybody, exactly where we need to go across a town or across towns. I mean, this is Denver. Denver's freaking huge. And Denver extends all the way out to Castle Rock now, which is behind us about 40 miles. They pretty much filled up everything. When I was a kid, I couldn't even conceive that that would happen. Well, anyway, it's huge. So we can't waste time with these battery-powered lovely ideas with beautiful controls. Time is money and precision. You know, we need to be able to get anywhere quickly, search it, find it, click it, send it to avionics, and go. Or we absolutely have to start demanding that they reconsider their option to make it, electric only. You can't. You can't risk it. You've got to have some sort of backup. Let me pause here, or let me actually put us into forward flight. So you're going to have this capability is coming to planes real soon. And they can do this too.
November contact. Denver approach on 128.45. Good day.
128.45 India, November.
Put a little throttle in.
Goodbye. Denver approach Kilo India, November, 5,500 feet.
Kilo India, November, Denver approach altimeter 29.92 radar contact continue. India, November contact Denver approach on 125.12. Good day.
125.12 India, November. Goodbye. Denver approach Kilo India, November, 5,400 feet.
Go to Coors Field.
India, November, Denver approach altimeter 29.92 radar contact continue. India, November contact Denver approach on 128.45. Good day.
128.45 India, November. Goodbye. Denver approach Kilo India, November, 5,700 feet.
Kilo India, November,
Aha.
Denver approach altimeter 29.92 radar contact continue. India, November contact Denver approach on 125.12. Good day.
Okay. We'll hover over towards
To 125.12 India,
Coors Field. It's the photogrammetry around here. It's not that great.
November 5,000
Okay.
feet.
Kilo India November November Denver approach altimeter 29er decimal 9er 2 radar contact. Continue.
Oh, thank you for subscribing. Let me go subscribe to you. Forgive me. It's going to take me a moment to figure out how to say your name. But thank you so much. Go to channel. No, not that. Well, I can't go to your channel. You actually subscribe, but you didn't say hi in the chat room. If you say hi in the chat room, I can easily go to your channel and subscribe. I have to wait till you show up in my subscriber list now, and then I can go to your channel. Pardon the graphics. I thought I had the buildings up at least somewhat decent. Ow. You get the point. Look at how wonderful that was to get up, hover around, shoot all the way across town. And now drop our velocity back down to 0. Just dial it in. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. There, 0 knots. Just go down. So yes, you know that I love flying as much as you do. But don't do that. Oh my. All right, well, let's try to get back up in the air. Uh-oh, we're under the ground. I should have had better situational awareness. My situation. He was brilliant until that point. Okay. I hopefully have made my point, though, and I hope that it's neat to be able to have at least the map interface. So I can make sure that I can now find myself on the map. I can make sure that I'm over the McDonald's, but I don't have the search capabilities. I don't have a send it to Avionics capability. And we need that kind of stuff. I really, really, really want to be able to enjoy this, the idea of being an air Uber person, an Uber taxi, a VTOL DoorDash, whatever it is, whatever the mission is. Go get 40 pounds of lumber, whatever it is. That would be a lot of, we're going to need it. So just simple as that. Let me slow this thing down, stop here, and put it back in the hover mode. So this is, all you gotta do is push this button over here, and then click hover. That's it. We're in hover mode. You pull back on the joystick, you go up. Push forward, you go down. Left, right, side to side, do-si-do. Whatever your right aileron trim is, I've got it set to my top buttons. Now I'm doing 27 knots, 30 knots. I can dial it in, whatever I want. Coming back down, 25 knots. Okay. If you use your left aileron trim, now I'm going in reverse. And I can control the speed precisely. Okay. So that's how simple these future aircraft are going to be. And when I say future, I mean tomorrow. All right. Let's see what else this thing can do. Well, we should probably get a little bit more height before we transition and get a little bit more forward momentum going. I don't think you have to. I think you can just turn off Stovall and go. But all right, there's 50 knots, and then just turn it off. As long as you're below 150 knots, turn it on. And you need to be mostly level. So keep that in mind too. This is the F-35B that I'm demonstrating. So all of this military level stuff is now coming down to you, to us. She doesn't want to fall out of the sky. So let's go from a jet. All right, I'll throw it up into the air.
India, November, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
A little higher.
Centennial Tower, Kilo, India, November.
All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw myself at the ground, and in any plane that we fly,
Is type 2 miles.
I'm going to turn the power off, and I'm going to tilt the nose to the ground, and we're going to start plunging, okay?
Transition Bravo airspace.
I'm going to turn that on.
India, November, Denver approach.
Automatically goes to 60 degrees.
Squawk 556 tree, India.
So
November.
I'm pointing the nose at the ground,
India, November,
but
radar contact. 3 miles south.
she's not free falling.
700 feet.
I can control a descent perfectly.
Cleared through the Bravo airspace, India, November.
And then go back to hover mode. So the future is exciting, my friends. This is the kind of stuff I dreamed about when I was a little kid. This is where Star Trek happens. Sometimes you can't always have the hero if everything's just too damn complicated. You don't want to be thinking about how to control the thing. You don't, I mean, not that everything we've ever learned up to this point about aviation and flying and everything you have to know and everything we talk about. Uh-oh. Did I do wrong? Nothing. Something was going on there, though. So yeah, all we need is the here. Go from here to McDonald's, and go from McDonald's to Grandma's house, from Grandma's house to Walmart, and go downtown. We got to catch that baseball game back at Coors Field. Overspeed gear. Sorry about that. All right. I want to have this thing speed along. Let's go towards the mountains, and I want to
India, November,
go back to the chat room and hang out with you guys for a minute while we get over the mountains.
Frequency change approved.
All right, well.
Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved, India, November.
Well, thank you for thinking it is a good point.
India, November is type 8 miles west of Centennial, 10,500 feet. Request flight following.
So when I first started doing this,
Squawk 515.
all I really wanted was to have Bing as a VFR map. You know, I want to sightsee, I want to find things. It's really tough finding little tiny landmarks. Everything that you need to find or would want to find. It can be really, really cumbersome. So let's find out where we are now. Where is our plane? Oh, wrong map.
Roger, India, November.
So I love having this. I can find what I need to find. So for right now, if I need to find anything in particular, this is perfect. This is wonderful. Good enough. I like how it's doing it's tracking the flight. But with this, I can find what I need to find. So having this, let's see here. Let's minimize this. And I can't keep it on top. I need to know how to do that. Either it's something built into Windows or I got to get a tool to tell it to keep Windows on top.
75 India, November. Denver approach Kilo India, November 10,900 feet.
All right, let me slow down and just, let's say we need to drop something off to somebody down here. We'll put it in stowel so we can control a descent straight down to that point. Maybe not. Gotta get it to transition. And we're still going super fast. Whoops. Don't want to do that. You're not going to be able to do that in one of these upcoming aircraft. You're not going to be able to do these kind of speeds ever. Maybe one day when they've got it super AI computerized, they'll allow civilians to do 350 knots in a personal VTOL. There's the thrusters tilted down. All right, down there. Trying to use some nose down if I can keep it. I'm trying to make it dive straight down, but let me take my hand off the joystick. It doesn't want to. Normally, if we were in a general aviation aircraft, your plane, my plane, whatever plane that we've been flying the last few days, and we were in this position right here, it's almost like, would you please hurry up? Would you please not lower me straight down to the ground like a feather? Come on, man, you're taking it too easy on me. Every other aircraft in history is saluting. I wonder what all the originals would have thought. I wonder what somebody like Charles Lindbergh, what they would think. All the people that did all the stuff to get us where we are here today. All the pioneers of everything. So if you visit the forums, go over to the forums, and in the wish list, before the moderator gets mad with me, I don't know. I tend to post wish list stuff, and the moderator usually says, that has nothing to do with Flight Simulator. And I'm like, well, that's my wish. It's still part of Flight Simulator, but you can't tell a moderator in the forums, you know, hey, that's my wish. It's called a wish list. It's not like I want to wish something and you get to tell me I can't have my wish. So currently right now in the wish list category of the forums, I posted a little thing on Bing Map Avionics. Bing Map Avionics. And it would be great if you went and put your thoughts on it in the thread. It's taking so long to bring down this multi-ton vehicle, not like a feather. Zero knots. And this one doesn't even have soft land technology, but you can control it so precisely. I just let go of the controller and it just hovers right there. But see, that's why they need the soft landing technology. Because a dummy like me can still get close enough to the ground and optically think that we're right there, an inch away, and we're still 6 feet. So yeah, so dropped off grandma, got the groceries, did the Walmart, got the McDonald's, you know, pick up a VIP, shoot to Aspen, shoot to Denver, shoot to here. How awesome is this? So if given the opportunity to go train to do something like this, you know, still get your private pilot license. Go ahead and sure. We'll get in the Cessna. Give me whatever plane you want. Break out the G1000. Let's do this. Give me those licenses, but I want to go fly one of the, you know, I want something like that, like this, the VTOL stuff. So, and after that, I don't know that I would want to go back. Would you go back? And what do you think about like a kid? If you were a little kid, would you want to go back? What do you think the kids are going to think tomorrow? You think they're going to want to go back other than, well, I want to see what it was like flying the old stuff. So yeah, that's my question to you, you know. If you get yourself one of these new next generation VTOLs, or all the ones that are going to be coming from here on out forever, would you still go back? Would you want to fly the old stuff? Let me get back to the chat. Do. Everybody's so quiet. I need a way to pop this out. And I need a way for this to stay on top. I swore that in the past we used to have options like that. You could click on a window and make it stay on top. Show as tab. But that, no, it still doesn't keep it on top. And again, I can't put this one on top either and keep it on top. This is a cool place. I have fond memories of this as a teenager. I'm liking the color coding, I guess. It's changing. I wonder if the color coding is your velocity and speed, because green, 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 yellow as we were slowing down, and white as we came down. Now we're just cruising along at a putt-putt speed, and we're only getting a yellow line. So green means hauling butt. Yep, it just drops it. So I need to find something for that, a tool for that. Stop showing off, Grandma.
Bingo. Bingo.
So yeah, that bingo, it means fuel. And this thing eats up a lot of fuel doing what it's doing too. It doesn't have the largest gas tank. But, I don't know. I'm still completely, I think we need gasoline variants. And I think that once the technology is out there, other people are going to adopt this right away, because I think their sales are going to go through the roof. And, somebody will provide a gasoline versions, fuel versions, not, or hybrids, because, 20 minutes doesn't cut it. I heard that Archer, though, the battery's so beefy on the Archer that you can do cross countries. But sometimes people's idea of a cross country means, going from one side of Denver to the other. When you're like, do a cross country flight, it's like 20 miles that they give you. Come on. Let's, how many hops will it take to get us to Las Vegas? Easy now. Are we blacking out? Don't crash. I didn't think we were pulling hard G's. Oh, I'm not even wearing a G-suit. In my options, I'm set to civilian with no G-suit. So yeah, the littlest thing's gonna get me. Where the Broncos stadium at? Or Comedy Works, or the, anywhere. I mean, we just went from way over there to way over here. Do we want to check the gear? We don't. There's Coors Field again. The Denver Broncos Stadium is right ahead. There's Elitch Gardens Amusement Park right off our port. There's the stadium. This time I'll try not to kill us. They do have helmets now, for this plane in particular, as I understand, that have, that do projections on the inside of the helmet. Let me try to put, oh, I can't put it in a hover mode. I've jacked it somehow. Uh-oh. I did something wrong, but I wasn't able to toggle back over to hover. No. Oh, I think I might have just... I don't think you can hover with this much fuel. That's the problem. So, it's not me. It's... Well, it is me. I hit refuel. So those were my thoughts of the day, and I think if there is nothing going on in the chat, nobody has any comments or questions, then we're just going to call it a day. Cheers. See you soon.